side for Strouk, but that was broken up, and Smolkste's working with his second unit tonight with no Jordan Gudridge. Sends it up the left side. Fast comes into the zone. Played it down low for Strouk with numbers driving the net. Strouk works behind the net. Now Bearsen's a shot save made by Dybel. Rebound kept in by Smolkste's. Settled down now by Fask. High in the zone to Strouk. 10 seconds to go in the period. Smolkste's to Bearsen's at the top. He fires and it went wide. Strouk settles down. 5 seconds. Turn to the net. Sticked away by Dybel, and that will bring us to the end of this period. And Watertown will take 12 more seconds left of a Pelican Power Sports power play opportunity into the second period of play. Down a goal. 2-1 here to the Wings tonight through the opening 20 minutes of play. We'll step aside here on Star 98.1 and NAHL TV. Back in 3 minutes with the top plays of the week from the North American Hockey League.
We are not just your surgeons. We're your neighbors.
We raise our kids here. Call this place home. And we bring big city expertise right here to our small community.
Advanced technology, faster appointments, and the personal attention you deserve.
And when you need us, we're just down the street.
Prairie Lakes Healthcare System. Your health, our mission.
This ain't your grandpappy's workwear. This is true work. Built for the doers who aren't afraid to get dirty. Gear that moves, breathes, and takes a beating. Tough where you need it, comfortable where it counts. Because soft doesn't cut it out there. Trav's Outfitters got it. Vests, bibs, jackets, the whole lineup. Ready to grind through snow, mud, and overtime. Wrap up gear that actually works. Trav's Outfitter. Best selection, best service, no BS.
At My Place Hotels, we know every traveler needs a place to relax. A place to cook the meals you actually love. A place where the whole family is welcome. And a place where you can stay rewarded and earn points. Whether you need a place for 1 day or 1 month, make My Place your place.
At Prescribed Fitness, we're more than a gym, we're a community. From high-energy cross-training to empowering 55-plus classes to fun and focused youth fitness. Why do we do it? To be better leaders, better parents, better for our sport. To honor our bodies and sharpen our minds. Prescribed Fitness, where community meets results. Official gym of the Watertown Shamrocks.
Welcome to Home Oasis Pools and Hot Tubs, where we help you live well, relax well, and enjoy well. Our vision is to make every home an oasis. We do this by guiding our customers to the right product for them, whether it's a hot spring spa, radiant or splash pool, Tilo sauna, or the bigger cold plunge. Let us guide your oasis experience along the path to wellness. Come see us today at Home Oasis. Live, relax, and enjoy in Watertown.
Welcome back inside the Odde Ice Arena on Star 98.1 and NAHL TV. Watertown down a goal, 2-1 our score in this opening intermission. Got this week's top plays of the week here for you on NAHL TV. We'll step aside and take a brief break after that and come back with our stars of the week and the final regular season, full regular season slate last week in the North American Hockey League. We'll also get you caught up on those out-of-town scores in the playoff matchups in the East and South Division here in this opening intermission. As we step aside, this week's top plays of the week.
Pass misses. Minnesota tries to turn it around, come back the other way. Jets get back. Try to go backside, and they score. Little tic-tac-toe there, and Minnesota has tied this game.
Caleb Mahar, he finds Fronner. Fronner partial backhand, back to Mahar. Quick shot, he scores! Caleb Mahar, his 7th shorthanded goal this season, and the Wolverines tie it at 1. What a bullet from Caleb Mahar at the close dot.
Around, it was the ice race who collapsed on him. Sanani the counter, centering feed, Lowry to the back door, they score! Oh my goodness! What a beautiful goal! James Chase on the business end. Ice Rays back in front by Rays bottled up for the most part yesterday, but by their own doing just could not finish chances. Sanani scores! Sanani goes coast to coast, and it's 1-0 Corpus Christi.
They will hold it in. Hauser trying to get through traffic. Gets some space. Try to get in front, and they score. Minnesota takes a 3-1 lead.
Life on the farm. It's more than a job. It's a calling. But in this world of unpredictable challenges, every farmer knows the value of a reliable partner. From dawn till dusk, our machines work as hard as you do, giving you the peace of mind to focus on what matters most. Choose Evolution Power Sports to be your partner.
Evolution Power Sports and Marine.
Hearing professionals is like really fun. I like to have my hearing aid tested and see how my hearing changed. They always make sure my hearing aid's clean, and if I need a new tube.
We strive to provide patient-centered, comprehensive care, individualized for each patient, and we're a family here, so we treat you like family. I always say, and Dr. Decker says this too, if you were my family member, this is what I'd recommend.
For 46 years, the Watertown Area Community Foundation has been right here investing in our community and helping us grow. With over $14 million granted locally and over $38 million in assets, the foundation is dedicated to making a real difference in Watertown. From supporting education and health initiatives to enhancing parks and local arts, our mission is to enrich lives by looking forward and giving back. When you support the Watertown Area Community Foundation, you're building a stronger, brighter future for us all. Together, we're making Watertown better, one investment at a time.
You are never skating alone. The future of hockey is waiting with South Dakota Hockey.
You can see yourself?
I like this guy. Looks like someone.
Okay, I'm taking that.
My egg died on the plane. Ready?
I totally messed that up.
Thank you for support.
Had Anderson cut into the net. Shot save made there. Empty net, they scored. Big rebound to the front. Jets couldn't do anything with it. Try to play it up ahead. Laskawa's got to come back for a 2-on-1 as they try to feed it across. They score. Puck comes cross ice. Right there, they score on the deflection.
Rutherford gonna retreat back. Jansen trying to hustle and cut this odd man runoff. It's Myers. What a save by Mazenko. McCharles through center. Quickly on a 3-on-1. McCharles right to the net. Stopped by Mazenko. Moves to Shishbekov. Into the corner. McCharles. Now Myers shoots. Stopped. Out of midair. Trying to bang it.
Up comes Nick Sinani with a lot of speed. Dangerous skater here for Corpus. Split the defense. Sinani in front. He scores. Corpus. Sinani.
Knocked home by Maciejewskis. And Watertown strikes on the power play. Welcome back on Star 98.1 and NAHL TV. Working on getting you the out-of-town scoreboard for those playoff matchups. We'll probably take one more commercial break here in this intermission, but I will run you through what we have happening right now in the Central Division. So Minot and Bismarck, they're tied at 1 at the end of the first period of play. Just 4 shots on goal for the Bobcats in the opening period, but Teddy Richardson is on the board, which is a big news for the Bobcats because I don't know when he returned, but I do know Richardson was out of the lineup a little bit there for the Bobcats, so good to see him on the score sheet and then for their sake back in the lineup. Now, if Watertown were to face Bismarck in round 2, Richardson has caused them plenty of fits, so I'm sure they would like to see him not in the lineup. St. Cloud is down 3-0 to Austin. Watertown's opening round opponent has a 3-0 lead after the first period of play in their finale. Gavin Harusa, Matsby Marshinock, and E.J. Paddington, all the goal scorers for the Bruins. And then North Iowa, a 4-1 lead over the Minnesota Mallards, closing in on the end of the second down in Mason City. We'll step aside, take another 3-minute break here on Star 98.1 and NAHL TV. When we come back, we will have the out-of-town scores for those playoff matchups right after this.
We're not just your surgeons. We're your neighbors.
We raise our kids here. Call this place home. And we bring big city expertise right here to our small community.
Advanced technology, faster appointments, and the personal attention you deserve.
And when you need us, we're just down the street.
Prairie Lakes Healthcare System. Your health, our mission.
This ain't your grandpappy's workwear. This is true work. Built for the doers who aren't afraid to get dirty. Gear that moves, breathes, and takes a beating. Tough where you need it, comfortable where it counts. Because soft doesn't cut it out there. Trav's Outfitters got it. Vests, bibs, jackets, the whole lineup, ready to grind through snow, mud, and overtime. Wrap up gear that actually
When you play my place, your place.
At Prescribed Fitness, we're more than a gym. We're a community. From high-energy cross-training to empowering 55-plus classes to fun and focused youth fitness. Why do we do it? To be better leaders, better parents, better for our sport. To honor our bodies and sharpen our minds, Prescribed Fitness, where community meets results. Official gym of the Watertown Shamrocks.
Welcome to Home Oasis Pools and Hot Tubs, where we help you live well, relax well, and enjoy well. Our vision is to make every home an oasis. We do this by guiding our customers to the right product for them, whether it's a hot spring spa, radiant or splash pool, Tilo sauna, or the bigger cold plunge. Let us guide your oasis experience along the path to wellness. Come see us today at Home Oasis. Live, relax, and enjoy in Watertown.
Welcome back on Star 98.1 and NAHL TV as we approach puck drop for period number 2 here inside the Odde. Watertown is in a tight one here with the Aberdeen Wings. We get set to take a look here at the out-of-town scoreboard with some matchups happening. Playoff matchups happening already here across the North American Hockey League. And one series that we have seen go final already as well. Just working on getting it up. Apologies. Managing a lot of things here tonight with the Star 98.1 feed being knocked out. But I do believe I got this ready to go here for you with our out-of-town scoreboard. And there we go. The out-of-town scoreboard in the opening round of the Robertson Cup playoffs. Those are the play-in matchups. The top 2 on the top are down in the South Division. The bottom row is out east. We've got a 0-0 score between Corpus Christi and Shreveport, and then 0-0 between El Paso and Oklahoma that are just about to get underway. They were slated for a 7 p.m. start. Now, I wonder if that was inputted wrong and it was meant to be an 8 p.m. start, or if there's something that is causing that game to be delayed. I'll try and get some more information on that, but it has not started yet. Last I checked, they were doing the national anthem, so that game is yet to start. Danbury eliminates New Jersey with a 5-1 win tonight, sweeping them in the best-of-3 series. Danbury winning both their games on the road, and then a dramatic comeback by Maine, Game 3 tomorrow night. The Nordiques took Game 1 last night on the road, and that is everything happening out of town here so far tonight. Both teams returning back to the ice. Blake Tyson here with you, welcoming you back inside the Odde. Watertown down by a goal, trying to clean things up a little bit in their own zone. I think importantly as well, you know, they're really struggling to get offense trending in their direction, getting any sustained time in the offensive zone. We'll see if they can change some of that here moving forward in this second period of play. Some things in their own end as well that could definitely be cleaned up. 15-8 the shots on goal through the opening 20 minutes of play. That advantage belonging to Aberdeen. Watertown left to right, Aberdeen right to left here in this middle period. Watertown has got 12 seconds left of a Pelican Power Sports power play opportunity with Easton Edwards in the box for Aberdeen. The lights come on in the building, and now we are finally ready to go. Pitters against Strouk to take the face-off here at center ice, and Strouk is able to win it back. Watertown trying for something here quickly. Bartley goes across for Joe Rice, some open ice, and he'll carry into the zone. Pressured immediately as he comes in across the line, upended. Now the Wings control, they'll clear it all the way down, and we are back to 5-on-5 as Saleko will leave this for Justin Bartley. So back to 5-on-5. Watertown now 0-for-1 on the Pelican Power Sports power play. Strouk carried across the line, but then had it knocked away, and it's cleared back out to neutral. Bartley is on it for Watertown to Green, and Strouk will play it in. Couldn't get it in deep, however. Pitters cuts it off for the Wings. Spins it to the half wall near side where Charmataro is there. Kept in up high. Now Rice alone out in front, and he sent a shot wide. Rice was left wide open net front. And flipped it wide of the net. Green gives it off to Rice, now out to the line. D to D, here's Jocelyn near side. Look for a tip in front, save made by Dybel, still loose. Rice digging away at it, and the whistle comes. Green was coming in as well for Watertown, and a good couple of chances for Watertown and a flurry of net front opportunities for Joe Rice. To open up period number 2. Watertown looking for an equalizing goal. Rice has their only tally so far tonight. Hallinan off the face-off win. Trying to knock it down low for Dimberio. Pietala was canceled out on the play as well. Now here come the wings. Edwards off to the left side for Anderson. Anderson below the goal line, stolen by Jocelyn. Off the wall to Pietala. He's sealed to the boards, and Dimberio comes in and sweeps it in deep. Dybel out behind his net. He'll stop it there, then plays it to the near side. Hallinan couldn't pickpocket Martin. Now Martin loses it to Pietala, and this puck is going to climb the glass but stay in play. Flipped high up into the air. Centering feed, broken up. Hallinan gets it towards the blue line and out to neutral. Now knocked ahead. Dimberio comes charging in for Watertown. Hallinan driving to the net, but Dimberio fired his shot high. Watertown changes as Smolkstees and Miller go back to collect the loose puck with Edwards forechecking. Smolkstees across the ice for Hallinan. He'll send it into space. Bearsons meets it in the corner with Anderson. Knocked around to the far side. Smolkstees whiffed on the pinch, and now here comes Dustin back the other way. Has Sheets with him, trying to feed it across. Miller made a nice diving play to break up the pass. And then Shamrocks worked the puck into the corner near side. Battled along the wall, out to the point for a shot by Grimes, and Saleko grabs it with the glove. He'll hold on. Misplay there from Andrew Smolkstees. Sprung a good look for the Wings going back the other way, but defended well by Henry Miller. Miller now getting his 6th game last night, 7th tonight for Watertown. No points for him yet in a Shamrocks uniform. Watertown flips this all the way down off the face-off. It's going to go for an icing as Grimes gets there just in time. Took a bump from behind by Bearsons, and those two start to go back and forth with each other. Bryce Grimes sharing his thoughts with Matthew Valerio, the linesman. And Valerio now is going at Grimes, telling him he needs to settle down a little bit. And now Scott Langer is asking for the official to come over for an explanation. I didn't really think there was much there from Dimberio, from Bearsons. He came in, did make some contact with Grimes on the end boards, but Grimes will stay on. Bearson's on as well. We'll see if anything comes out of that as Watertown wins the draw. Wilcox trying to play it behind the net for Bartley, but it was intercepted as Shamrocks come back the other way. Here's Wilcox. Flipped in deep. Dybel out to play, and he'll rim it up the wall near side. Wilcox cuts it off, loads and fires towards the net front. Blocked by Aberdeen and flipped out to neutral ice. Wilcox shakes loose of Sheets. Slid it ahead. Bearsons trying to work it across the line. Schaefer stole it from him and then backhanded it all the way down. Icing will be waved off. Wilcox is going to be forced to play it as he's stapled into the wall and then slammed down to the ice by Doucette.
Remember, you can vote for your choice for TransSource Back.
Wilcox to Davis. Not able to advance it deeply. Grimes cut it off and works it back north to south for Aberdeen. Wings come in on the near side, rimmed around. They have some numbers coming off of the bench. Tied up there. And sent down low. Out to the line, Berggren to the net front. Never got there. Softly into the corner. Siegert will touch it back out to Reed at the point. D to D to Berggren. Berggren looking for numbers net front. And it was deflected wide of the cage. That springs fast through neutral ice. Not able to chip it around Reed. He cut it off and comes charging back in for the Wings. Obrakta tied up Reed. Fask carries the loose puck, looking for Chartier near side. Chartier down into the corner from a sharp angle, trying to center. That was broken up. Siegert has it. Played up the wall for Sparry Laban, and Laban goes cross ice, and the Wings come out efficiently. Berggren to the red line and in deep. Saleko stops it behind his net and backhands it across. Flipped ahead. Rice couldn't settle down the bouncing puck. Comes back to Anderson. Flings it to Berggren. His clearance to center ice, intercepted by Rice. He comes back in onside. Here's Obrochta down low for Struk. His one-time shot caught the shin pads of Anderson, and Weiss will flip the loose change out to neutral. And we've got a puck that winds up, I believe, out of play with 15:32 to go here in the second period, unless they rule it an icing, but it is indeed the puck out of play. So face-off will come out to neutral ice. 15:32 to go in the second period. 2-1 Aberdeen. No score here in this middle frame. Joe Rice, the goal scorer for Watertown. And the 2 goals for the Wings scored by Brody Dustin and Cooper Anderson. And now Watertown will have to take their D-zone face-off. 17-10, the shots advantage for Aberdeen. Watertown had a quick flurry of opportunities. It was Joe Rice and this top line's first shift of this second period. Now out for their second time through. We'll see if they can generate anything on this effort for Watertown. But for now, they'll have to defend as the Wings win the face-off. And they work with it in the corner near side. Smalksties and Rice work to tie up their respective opponents. Wings finally work it loose towards the line, but Struk intercepts. Skates up the right side, trying to take open ice. Sent it wide to the glove side of Dybel. Kept in, now back into the glove. Off the tape of Smalksties, and Dybel will hold on, and Rice flung out of the crease by Anderson and Charmataro. Dybel playing well here tonight for the Wings. Last week and got a start for them on Friday night. Stopped 24 of 27 shots in a loss. That was his first start since St. Patrick's Day. Has allowed 3 or more in 14 of his 16 games. And he's allowed 4 or more 6 times. There's a quick shot by Hallinan that misses up over the top of the net. Held in by Bartley at the line to the net. Front tip wide by Hallinan. A couple of looks for Hallinan on this shift. Met now by 2 Wings along the wall. They dig it loose. Flipped ahead. Here's Martin with it, and he'll carry in. Martin, numbers driving the net, pivots up high, leaves it along the half wall. Wings work it down below the goal line. Cycled for Cool. It was broken up, and now Watertown comes back the other way. They have a chance with numbers as Hallinan carries into the zone. Hallinan towards the net. Dybel knocked it down with a stick and then holds on. With 14:21 to go in the second period. Masievskis will take the draw for Watertown against Martin. Bearsons helps win it back. Jocelyn at the line. His shot was blocked immediately by Lee. He'll find it in his feet. And the Wings work it to Grimes and now into Watertown territory where Jocelyn carries back behind his own net. Rimmed around the wall for Davis on the near side. Opens it up to the middle of the ice. And now here comes Watertown with Bearsons into the zone. On his offhand, will send it in deep. Masievskis cuts it off in the corner. Now centers. Bearsons tied up. And then blockered away by Dybel. Bearsons back out to the point. Surgot towards the net. Missed wide. Bearsons collects the loose puck below the goal line. Edvins Bearsons leaves it for Jocelyn along the wall. He cuts into the backhand. He scores! What a goal by Brody Jocelyn to tie the game at 2. Jocelyn with tons of open ice goes to the backhand and beats Dybel upstairs. And that goal very similar to the Wings' winning goal last night, where just the defense left way too much space for Jocelyn to carry across the goal line. And it's a great read by Jocelyn. It's something the coaching staff worked on and it's talked about a lot with a lot of various Shamrocks players over this past week or so. both taking the puck to the net, getting pucks on net, and Jocelyn dipping his shoulder, driving to the net, didn't run into much resistance, and just makes a strong play to the net front and ties the game for Watertown. Jocelyn's third of the year for the Shamrocks. He now has 11 points in 40 games this season. Two of those games did come with the Wisconsin Wendigo, so with Watertown, 11 points in 38 tonight, his 39th game as a Shamrock, and he's just been pretty solid for Watertown, and considering he started the season in the NA3HL, has been, probably about as much as you could ask for from him coming in this year, and he doesn't get, tons of special teams time. I know he has here with Eric Comstock being out of the lineup of late for Watertown, but for the most part, it's been a lot of 5-on-5 for Jocelyn. And that is his third goal of the season, and a big one here to tie this game in the second period. 12:50 to go. Obrochta intercepts a pass for Watertown, plays it to Bartley, and he'll carry out towards the red line. Feeds it to Owen Chartier, who carries in. Chartier into the slot, low shot, it's knocked away into the corner by Dybel. Fask along the half wall, got around Charmataro, then down low, centered in front. Obrochta fanned on it. Fask comes through, keeps the zone for a moment, but Dustin will skate into it on the wall. Flipped out to the line, kept by Strouk, now bounces out to center. Shamrocks work it back in, and now back out to neutral ice. They're in the midst of a change. Strouk did not deflect, but Rice negates the icing with a good hustle. Rice below the goal line, upended, trying to center, but he was knocked down to the ice by Charmataro, and his pass was off target as a result. Into the circle, now here's Green. Green into the slot, he shoots, and a good stick by Reed, breaks it up, and it goes up and out of play. And My Place Hotels puck on a play off of that deflection. .12:02 to go, second period of play here in Aberdeen. Brody Jocelyn's third goal of the season has Watertown back even with the Wings. Shamrocks win the draw back. Here's Wilcox. He'll pitch it in down low. Green couldn't hold. Wilcox does for a moment. Wings could have numbers. It popped loose, and Green touching it is offsides. Takes a couple of chops from Finn Safer, and Safer's been giving the business to a couple of Watertown players. Post whistle here last shifts ago. He gave just a little shove into the hip. Post whistle on a guy net front right there. Just a couple of soft taps across the stick of Green. Nothing to draw a penalty, but being that thorn in the side net is just a part of playoff hockey. Something that you'll likely see a lot of those extra things. And it's important to maintain discipline, not be the retaliatory guy, especially going into the postseason, because a lot of those smaller kind of nuisance items are not going to go called in the postseason. And so to be a disciplined team in the playoffs means more than just making smart decisions on your own, but it extends beyond that and into the realm of, don't retaliate, don't let what the other team is doing frustrate you. You need to be mentally disciplined in that aspect as well. So for Watertown, just something to keep an eye on. They have not got involved in any extracurriculars or skirmishes or anything like that here tonight. Post whistle as the Wings win a face-off here in the offensive zone, and Safer will dish it in down low. Shamrocks work to steal it. Green has it. He hits Rice in stride at center ice. Anderson knocked it away, but Green regains and knocked it into Aberdeen territory. Rice harassing Safer. Maintains control of the puck. Wings will bounce this towards Saleko. He'll punch it into the corner. Now Rice along the wall, trying to find the handle on it. Strouk is there. Poked ahead. Rice got it across. Bartley comes ahead for Watertown. Poked it forward. Here's Green into the zone. And he has it knocked away by Schaefer. And now Weiss plays it ahead. Back again for Schaefer. Schaefer ahead for a deflection by Siegert in deep. And Wilcox back to recover for Watertown. Hallinan collects it as he gains the offensive line. Spinning away from Grimes, trying to buy some time. Now cycles down low. Tied up was Pietila. Schaefer able to spin him loose to the puck. Now Hallinan emerges from the corner from a sharp angle. Shoots off the side of the net. Hallinan back on it behind the goal. Up the wall, lost an edge as Pitters knocked him down to the ice. Now he's swallowed up into the wall. Timberio in there trying to dig it loose. He got it out to the line. Surgon across to Jocelyn, who just tied this game. Stunner step, then sails a wrister up over the top of the net. Surgon out to center ice, chased by Ruby. He'll turn and fire it back in deep. Watertown will tag up. Midway point of this second period, 2-2. Watertown has tied the game on Brody Jocelyn's third goal of the season in an icing against Aberdeen with 9:54 to play now in the second. Hitters against Masievskis. Casey Curley going with Masievskis, Berzins, and Davis. This offensive zone face-off. It's tied up. Wingers for both sides trying to scramble for it. It'll be Berzins on the doorstep. Now Masievskis tripped on the goal line by Dybel. No call on the play as it's worked across to Schaefer. He'll get it ahead. And Cool can't play it in deep. Now second effort, Ruby carried in. And we've got a penalty coming here against Watertown. It's going to put them on the Northern Peak Chiropractic penalty kill. Berzins is going to go to the box. And that is going to give the Wings their second chance of the night on the man advantage. Timeout on the ice. Berzins to the box for slashing. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're tuned into Watertown Shamrocks hockey.
Your ticket to the biggest party in Nashville is just one scan away. My Place Hotels is giving away the ultimate 2026 CMA Fest experience. 2 4-day passes and a 4-night stay to enjoy it all in comfort. New and existing Stay Rewarded members are eligible to win. So grab your phone and take your shot at the ultimate country music getaway and make My Place your place.
Welcome back on Star 98.1 and NAHL TV. Watertown heading to the kill as Edmonds Berzins gets called for slashing after Wings goaltender Adam Dybel got away with a trip on Antons Masievskis along the goal line just moments prior. Aberdeen 1 for 1 on the man advantage so far tonight. Cooper Anderson's goal through some traffic. With 9:35 to go in this period. Certainly a slash by Berzins. Knocked the stick out of the hands of David Ruby, and so that is got him in the box. We'll see if the Wings make Watertown pay again. Aberdeen just picked up a power play goal earlier, 51 for 220 now on the year. Both these two teams have hit 2 goals. The Wings not able to hold at the blue line. Will have to chase all the way back down. Rice and Struk, the 2 forwards. Rice forces a turnover. Struk in the slot, shoots, helmet save, and then rebound was in the feet of Rice. Dybel had his bell rung. He appears to be all right. The official checked on him as the play worked back the other way. And the Wings get set up. Good shorthanded chance for Watertown. The Wings have given up a shorthanded goal in 3 straight games. Cross ice feed, Saleko over to make the stop. Back out to Anderson at the point, pressured, and now here's a chance for Rice again, shorthanded. Jumping up and joining him is Jocelyn Rice. Drags, shoots, and he missed it wide. 2 shorthanded opportunities for Watertown, just seconds apart. And Rice has had a couple of looks here in this second period to add to his first period goal total, but has missed the net. Wings work it ahead. Here is Lee coming in across the line, dropped it off. Good hit by Chartier. Now it's knocked out to neutral again. Another chance shorthanded here for Watertown. Coming in is Masievskis driving to the net. Fired off the side. And it's picked up by Reed. And Reed will start to break out ahead for Dustin. Dustin was a guy when these two teams met, I think it was on Valentine's Day, may have even been as recently as the St. Patrick's Day game. He had like 0 or 1 power play points as Saleko squeezes and holds on. Now Dustin, he was the leading scorer in the league amongst guys with 0 points on the power play. One of the most recent times these two teams met. Now since that stretch, he's racked up 7 power play points, getting more opportunity on the man advantage. Wings win this face-off. Quick pressure again by Watertown. That has been a bit of a change here for them. They have been pretty aggressive on the kill. They'll have another chance shorthanded as Green knocks it ahead to Obrakta. Down into the corner for Green. He'll just try and tie it up in the feet of Pitters. He'll kick it loose behind the net. Just 20 seconds left here on this Aberdeen power play. They have done nothing with it. And Green has got 3 wings trying to kick this puck loose. They finally do, but he killed off another 10 to 15 seconds as Aberdeen comes out. The pass out of the reach of Dustin. Surgot back to pick it up. He will clear out to neutral and all the way down. Dybel slamming his stick, signifying the return of Bearsons, and he will stay on here for Watertown as Masievskis and Davis jump out for the Shamrocks as well. Masievskis lost it to Jibbercool. He'll dish it off right side. Siegert fanned on the shot attempt. And Aberdeen not able to convert on the power play. Watertown now 1 for 2 on the Northern Peak Chiropractic penalty kill. Miller with a hit on Siegert. Knocked him free of the puck. Centering feed. Settled down by Cool. Fed out to the point and then backhanded down low by Charmataro. Wings work along the perimeter as Bearsons has a chance to clear. Kept in at the line. Punched out by the blocker of Saleko. Bearsons another chance along the wall. He'll reverse it back for Miller. Miller right back up the strong side. And it gets past Charmataro and out to neutral ice. Wings regroup. Here's Berggren up the near side. Wings deflect it, but it winds up and out of play. A My Place Hotel's puck out of play will draw a whistle with 6:42 to go here in the second period. And man, oh man, has Joe Rice had opportunities tonight for Watertown to put them ahead. 3 grade A looks for Rice tonight. Scored Watertown's opening goal on just their second shot of the evening. But then has missed the net on 2 other grade A looks here in this second period. Watertown wins the draw. Bartley will ram it up the wall near side. Dimberio was flying out to neutral, but the pass was cut off at the blue line and kept in by Schaefer. Grimes on the right side pinches and holds. On net save made by Saleko. Rebound is loose as Saleko finds his footing in the net. Pick set on Pianel as a shot is flung towards the net front. Kept by the Wings along the perimeter again. Schaefer activating from the point all the way around the zone. Now rims it in deep. Wilcox has lost an edge a couple of times here on this shift, trying to make some quick directional changes. Schaefer at the point, walks in with a loose puck. Faked the shot, then ringed it off the post. Kept in by Grimes. Wings with a good response shift here. They center to the back door, and that misses. Battle for net front positioning as the Wings start to work on a change without relinquishing the zone. Watertown needs a whistle in the baddest way as a loose puck in front of Saleko sits loose. Chance to clear. Watertown again overskated it. Now a shot knocked by Saleko behind the net. Bartley has it for Watertown. He will flip out to neutral ice. Not enough for an icing. Hallinan is going to chase Grimes deep into his own zone. Shamrocks change. Hallinan cuts it off. Played it to Rice. Rice along the wall, reverses it for Smolksties. He'll sweep it behind the net. Stroop couldn't cut it off. Grimes rims. Good pinch by Miller to keep the zone for Watertown. Green and Rice out of the corner. Working for Watertown to try and gain clean possession. Rice took a hefty cross check there from Grimes. Now Green comes out with it. Hits Stroop. Back to the wall for Joe Rice. Rice into the high slot, walking in with some open space. He was hooked down, no call, and the Wings not able to turn it back out the other way. Rice gloves and drops out to Smolksties for a blast and a hand pass, but I thought Rice played that with his stick. I think that's a bad call after he was hooked coming into the slot. Prevented him from getting a quality scoring opportunity. Rice definitely played it with his glove, but he was the next one to touch it. And now the faceoff's going to come out to center with Watertown having a great response shift to Aberdeen's last extended offensive zone try. Shamrocks win the faceoff. Green weaving through traffic and neutral ice. Chipped it to the wall himself. Now played into the slot. Here's Strook loading up, and he sent it wide. Looking for a tip out in front. Now chipped around Miller, and Martin plays it up the half wall. Good back check by Strook. Got in the passing lane and sweeps it out to center. Safer will dish it right back in, but Martin has to tag up. Watertown with some time and space. 4:20 to go here in the second period of play. 2-2 as Henry Miller lugs through neutral. Took a bump from Anderson, but he got it in deep. Watertown changing back out at center as Struk delivers a check on Safer. Now Safer has got him and Struk are going at it. He just threw a punch at Struk, and that is not going to get called as Matthew Valerio's looking right at it, and the Wings down on the other end have got a flurry of chances. I don't know how you don't call that. The punch was thrown by Finn Safer, and it goes uncalled. And now Watertown with numbers back the other way. Here comes Miller driving the net, drops it back to Rice, trying to go across for Green, who will glove and drop. Green taken into the boards, and now it's cleared out to center ice. I do not know what Matthew Valerio has been watching these last two shifts. Watertown comes back in. Shamrocks have had full throttle push down. Jocelyn across, just behind Obrakta. Rice spinning away from pressure in the corner. Fast comes through, he's taken into the wall. Out to the line, Surgot has a chance to hold. He'll keep it in deep. Rice cuts it off behind the net for Watertown. Kept in check, took an extra shove from Safer. And here come the Wings. Now a nice strip, loose puck in the slot. Fast trying to find an open patch of ice, but Martin takes it away. Clears it out to neutral, and a drop pass for Edwards. Coming into the zone is Sheets. Dangles around, shoots and scores. Aberdeen takes the lead. Justin Bartley is going to ask Casey Curley, asking Bartley to go talk to the official about something. Beautiful goal for the Wings, but that is maddeningly it's just frustrating officiating. I don't understand. Watertown should have probably had 2 power play opportunities. Had a play blown dead in the offensive zone for a hand pass that was not a hand pass. And right back the other way, Aberdeen goes a minute later and takes the lead with 2:55 to go in the second period. And for an official that has called everything all weekend, I've given Valerio his praise, has called anything that could have been called all weekend, to not call the 2 penalties that he has missed, including as well the one earlier that was missed on Dybel when he blatantly tripped Masievskis and then puts Bearsons in a position to take a penalty for Watertown. There's every right in the world for Casey Curley to have plenty of gripes with the consistency of officiating tonight. Watertown has been all over Aberdeen for the last 10 minutes of this period. As Chartiers knocked down, lost control in Charmataro. Now here come the Wings back the other way, a 2-on-1 in tight backdoor feed, and a good tie-up by Wilcox. Out to the point, Wings work it D-to-D. Charmataro pressured by Fast. Fast knocked it away from him in a foot race out to neutral ice. Charmataro wins the battle. Trying to work away from Fast. Plays it D-to-D and now flipped out to center by Reed. Watertown cuts it off with Bartley. Got it to Obrakta near the line. Taken away by Reed. He'll shuffle it back out to neutral. Carried back the other way and into the zone by Dustin. Dustin trying to cycle for Doucette, picked off by Wilcox. His clearing attempt died off the wall. Doucette out to the line for Grimes, back to Doucette, top of the right wing circle, trying to weave into the middle. Masievski's got to stick in to knock it loose. Minute 40 to go in the second period. Wings now lead 1-0 as Watertown comes back the other way. Pass for Obrakta was intercepted. Now here comes Dustin cutting into the slot, shoots and sent it wide. Masievskis lugs across the red line, plays it in deep for Watertown, rattles in the corner. Grimes played it up the wall, and it comes out to Smolkstees near the red line. He'll play pitch and catch with Henry Miller as Watertown's forwards change. Minute 10 to go in the second period of play. Smolkstees to the near side. Bearsons comes in for Watertown. Trying to work free from Siegert. Wings do a good job on Bearsons to create a turnover. Now Bearsons back in pursuit as Dybel stops it behind his own net. Plays it to the half wall for Grimes. Pietila overskated it. Good check by Davis. Bumps his man off the puck, and it's played back in by Smolksties. Bearsons forechecking for Watertown. Davis cuts off a puck along the wall, walks into the slot, shoots, save made by Dybel, and he'll hold on. Good look for Ben Davis from a quality scoring opportunity. Joe Rice has been excellent tonight for Watertown, creating opportunities, making heavy plays along the wall. And he's out to take this face-off. Top line of Strouk, Rice, and Green out for Watertown. Rice is able to win the draw back. Smolksties quickly on net. Sticked away by Dybel. Wings work it to Cool on the wing near side. He'll carry out to center. Cross ice for Ruby. Ruby to the net front. Deflected into the corner. Miller was upended there. Centering feed. Strouk with a good tie-up. Now Saleko makes a stop. Rebound. Flipped off the wall and out to neutral with 15 seconds left in the period. Wings regroup with Anderson. Across for Cool. Cutting across the high slot. Good stick check there. Knocked it back out to neutral. Maybe one more chance here for the Wings if they come in quickly. Watertown will clear it back out towards neutral. One more quick shot by Anderson that winds up going wide, and the Wings will take a 3-2 lead into the locker room. The benefits of some lacks of calls going in their favor in the final 7 minutes of that period opened up an opportunity for them to score late. They take a 1-goal lead into the third. We'll see if Watertown can come back here tonight, dealing with a little bit of adversity. We'll step aside, be back in 3 minutes. Second intermission. You're tuned into Watertown Shamrocks hockey on Star 98.1 and NAHL TV.
We are not just your surgeons. We're your neighbors.
We raise our kids here. Call this place home. And we bring big city expertise right here to our small community.
Advanced technology, faster appointments, and the personal attention you deserve.
And when you need us, we're just down the street.
Prairie Lakes Healthcare System. Your health, our mission.
This ain't your grandpappy's workwear. This is true work. Built for the doers who aren't afraid to get dirty. Gear that moves, breathes, and takes a beating. Tough where you need it, comfortable where it counts. Because soft doesn't cut it out there. Trav's Outfitters got it. Vests, bibs, jackets, the whole lineup. Ready to grind through snow, mud, and overtime. Wrap up gear that actually works. Trav's Outfitter. Best selection, best service, no BS.
At My Place Hotels, we know every traveler needs a place to relax. A place to cook the meals you actually love. A place where the whole family is welcome. And a place where you can stay rewarded and earn points. Whether you need a place for 1 day or 1 month, make My Place your place.
Prescribed Fitness, we're more than a gym, we're a community. From high-energy cross-training to empowering 55-plus classes to fun and focused youth fitness. Why do we do it? To be better leaders, better parents, better for our sport. To honor our bodies and sharpen our minds. Prescribed Fitness, where community meets results. Official gym of the Watertown Shamrocks.
Welcome to Home Oasis Pools and Hot Tubs, where we help you live well, relax well, and enjoy well. Our vision is to make every home an oasis. We do this by guiding our customers to the right product for them, whether it's a hot spring spa, radiant or splash pool, Tilo sauna, or the bigger cold plunge. Let us guide your oasis experience along the path to wellness. Come see us today at Home Oasis. Live, relax, and enjoy in Watertown.
Welcome back on Star 98.1 and NAHL TV. Score here inside the Odde, 3-2. Wings out in front of Watertown through 40 minutes of play. Watertown has got 20 more minutes to find an equalizing goal in the game where I think both teams have kind of seen shifts of momentum of being the better team. Maybe more so in that second period. I think Watertown was better for more of that second period than Aberdeen was, but the Wings had a couple of good moments, a few good sequences, but really good period for Watertown in general, spending a lot of time in the offensive zone, maybe some things to still clean up in their own end. It was a really great goal for the Wings. Didn't quite see who it was that scored for them to get that goal to put them out in front. I don't know if it has even been put in yet. Sam Sheets was the goal scorer, his 23rd goal of the season. Really nice play by Sheets, working around the Watertown defender and into the back of the net to give the Wings the lead. But not to beat a dead horse, but we're going to have to beat a dead horse here a little bit. Aberdeen has had a flurry has gotten opportunities in that second period, largely because of calls that went in their favor, lack of calls that went in their favor. And for Watertown's sake, I think they've got to find a way. Obviously, that's adversity. You've got to deal with that. Things aren't going to go your way, but some of these misses are pretty bad, and that is frustrating. You're seeing some of the frustration on the Watertown bench. Casey Curley calling over the official after the last goal scored by Aberdeen. We saw Peyton Strouk get punched in the face with the official looking right at it. That went uncalled. We saw Antons Masiewskis get clearly tripped by Adam Dybel. That went uncalled, as well as a handful of others in this hockey game. Joe Rice had a chance working into the slot. He was hooked, couldn't get a shot away, took away a scoring opportunity for Watertown. That went uncalled. And then, obviously, right off of one of those, off of Masiewskis being tripped, we see Bearsons take a penalty then for Watertown about 20 seconds later. Watertown was able to kill off the penalty, but still Watertown was buzzing around, is beginning to kind of buzz a little bit in that sequence. They had some tired Wings legs out on the ice. And then later on, Rice has an opportunity. He gets hooked. It doesn't get called. A minute later, the Wings go down, take the lead. There was also a hand pass that was blown dead. That just was not a hand pass. Rice played it with his glove and played it with his stick to pass it back to Smalkstees, and they ruled it a hand pass. And so adversity for sure for Watertown to deal with. They trail 3-2. The scoring recap in the first period, Rice for Watertown, 13:54 to go in the first period with his 14th of the season. Then Dustin and Anderson score for the Wings about 4 minutes apart. Dustin's 12, Anderson's 14th. 2-1 lead for the Wings going into the third. Then Brody Jocelyn with a nice play for Watertown. Good backhander, taking some open ice and just attacking it. And a backhander for his third of the season with 13:41 to go in the second. Then Sam Sheets with 2:55 to go gives the Wings a 3-2 lead. Shots on goal, 25-20. Aberdeen out in front. Wings have now had 2 chances on the power play. Watertown with 1. Aberdeen is 1 for 2. Watertown is 0 for 1. As we step aside here on Star 98.1 and NAHL TV. We'll be back in a couple of minutes as we roll through the second intermission of the regular season finale tonight between Watertown and Aberdeen on Star 98.1 and NAHL TV.
Life on the farm. It's more than a job. It's a calling. But in this world of unpredictable challenges, every farmer knows the value of a reliable partner. From dawn till dusk, our machines work as hard as you do, giving you the peace of mind to focus on what matters most. Choose Evolution Power Sports to be your partner.
Evolution Power Sports and Marine.
Get outside.
Being professionals is like really fun. I like to have my hearing aid tested and see how my hearing changed. They always make sure my hearing aids clean, and if I need a new tube.
We strive to provide patient-centered, comprehensive care, individualized for each patient, and we're a family here, so we treat you like family. I always say, and Dr. Decker says this too, if you were my family member, this is what I'd recommend.
For 46 years, the Watertown Area Community Foundation has been right here investing in our community and helping us grow. With over $14 million granted locally and over $38 million in assets, the foundation is dedicated to making a real difference in Watertown. From supporting education and health initiatives to enhancing parks and local arts, our mission is to enrich lives by looking forward and giving back. When you support the Watertown Area Community Foundation, you're building a stronger, brighter future for us all. Together, we're making Watertown better, one investment at a time.
It starts with a little push, a hand to hold, and the courage to step onto the ice for the very first time. But somewhere along the way, you stop needing a hand to hold. You find your edge, you find your grit, and you realize you are never skating alone. The future of hockey is waiting with South Dakota Hockey.
You can see yourself?
I like this guy. Looks like someone.
Okay, I'm taking that.
My egg died on the plane. Ready?
I totally messed that up.
Thank you for support.
What's up, Shamrocks fans? This is Justin Bartley, and today I'm going to be asking the team who they would and wouldn't want to be stranded on an island with.
Yeah.
If you're on an island stranded, who would you want to be stranded with, and who would you not want to be stranded with?
Definitely you.
For which one?
For want to be. You have to say why?
Yeah.
So I feel like you're a great guy and crafty and can build us a home.
True. Yeah.
And
not,
definitely Mick.
Okay.
Because he'd think he's a know-it-all, and we'd get in a lot of arguments.
Yeah. Can you do a Mickish impersonation?
My way's right. Right. My way's right. Yeah. Go to the Yoop. Go to the Yoop.
All right, thank you. So I'm here with Travis Lafier, number 17. Travis, if you were stranded on an island and you could only bring one player from the team, who are you bringing?
I'm bringing Will Shepard. I think he's from Culver. He sort of knows what he's doing in the outdoors. I think we'll be a good match. We'll figure it out.
Absolutely. And if you had to leave one person behind, who would it be?
Probably Dima. He complains a lot when he doesn't have Sprite. He eats a lot. Yeah, we live together, so I don't want to see him anymore, you know what I mean?
How many Sprites a day would you say he drinks?
Dima probably averages 4 Sprites a day, but they're the little cans.
Okay.
And he probably averages that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Travis.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm here with skill guy Joe Rice. Joe, if you were stranded on an island and you could only bring one player from the team, who would it be?
I'd have to go with Murph.
And why is that?
I don't know. I feel like we'd find some things to do and make it a good time, you know?
What would your focus be on the island?
Day one, maybe set up a shelter, get some campfire going. Maybe make some s'mores, do some s'more stories. That'd be fun.
Okay, that's a good plan. I'm here with Rylan Anarek, star player for the Shamrocks. Rylan, if you were stranded on an island and you could only bring one player from the team, who would it be?
I'd probably bring Joe Rice.
And why is that?
There's a lot of intelligence between us.
Okay. What would your plan be, day one on the island?
I don't know, find a lot of activities to do.
That's a good plan.
That's a good plan.
And if you had to leave someone behind from the team on the island, who would it be?
Probably Elliot Mickish.
Okay, and why is that?
I've heard his voice too much this year. It's probably, I'm just done with it.
In 1926, Pioneer revolutionized farming with the first commercial production of hybrid corn. And we've been innovating ever since.
The one that started it all. The #1 seed to beat. The one for you.
In 2026, we celebrate a century of innovation. Plant the 100th season. Plant Pioneer.
Weekend, new faces show up here to see what we already know. Watertown is something special. Ever wonder who brings all those visitors to town? The tournaments, the crowds, the explorers. That doesn't just happen. They're here because someone told our story. That someone is Visit Watertown. They're the ones putting Watertown on the map. So our hotels stay full, our restaurants stay busy, and our hometown keeps growing. Visit Watertown.
Power 106.3 is proud to support our Watertown Shamrocks. Tune in online at power1063.com or the 605 radio app for classic rock all day, every day on Power 106.3. Go Shamrocks.
This is the voice of the Watertown Shamrocks, Blake Tyson. Don't miss any Shamrocks hockey this season. You can catch every single Shamrocks game with the turn of your dial on Star 98.1 or listen live on the 605 radio app for free wherever you are.
Okay.
Bet it all on me. Step to the line, that's 3. Weight of the crown, that's heavy. Locked in and I'm ready. I got the green light. I got the green light. I got the green light. I got the green light.
The clock will hit 0, and Mason Gunridge with a 37 save, first career shutout. To the point for Surgott. He turns one on net, save, rebound, they score! Nice hit, maintains control for Watertown. Wilcox at the point, fires and scores! It's a furry, fluffy free-for-all. Knocked home by Maciejewskis, and Watertown strikes on the power play. Welcome back on Star 98.1 and NAHL TV. A look at the out-of-town scoreboard with the playoff matchups from tonight. Starting in the bottom row there, those are the ones out in the East. New Jersey's season has come to an end in that play-in round in the Eastern Conference Best-of-3 series. Danbury won the opening 2 matchups tonight, closing out the sweep 5-1, the victory for them. And Northeast, the Northeast Generals just wrapping up an 8-2 win over the Maine Nordiques to force a Game 3 tomorrow. Check on the time for that Game 3 as well here in just a second. In the South, Corpus Christi is down 1-0 in that series, looking to stave off elimination, but they are down a goal 1-0 to Shreveport in the second period of play, and El Paso is up 2-0 over Oklahoma. Oklahoma won last night 4-3, so El Paso is in a good spot as they try to keep their season alive. One thing to note, last night in Game 1s for everyone in the playoffs, the road team won. So far in the postseason, the road team has gone 5-1. The only loss was Maine today to the Northeast Generals. If El Paso holds on, that they are the home team, and if Corpus Christi falls tonight, Shreveport will have knocked them out with a pair of wins on the road as well, and that game is now at the end of the second period in that matchup. So that is the out-of-town scoreboard here in the playoff games in the Central Division. Quickly run you through them before our final break. North Iowa 7-3 late in the third over Minnesota. The Bruins lead 4-0 over the Norsemen early on in the third period, and Minot 3-2 advantage late into the second over the Bismarck Bobcats. Back in 3 minutes with period number 3. Watertown down a goal to the Aberdeen Wings. You're tuned into Watertown Shamrocks hockey on NAHL TV.
Life on the farm. It's more than a job. It's a calling. But in this world of unpredictable challenges, every farmer knows the value of a reliable partner. From dawn till dusk, our machines work as hard as you do, giving you the peace of mind to focus on what matters most. Choose Evolution Power Sports to be your partner.
Evolution Power Sports and Marine.
Get outside.
Being professionals is like really fun. I like to have my hearing aid tested and see how my hearing changed. They always make sure my hearing aids clean, and if I need a new tube.
We strive to provide patient-centered, comprehensive care, individualized for each patient, and we're a family here, so we treat you like family. I always say, and Dr. Decker says this too, if you were my family member, this is what I'd recommend.
For 46 years, the Watertown Area Community Foundation has been right here investing in our community and helping us grow. With over $14 million granted locally and over $38 million in assets, the foundation is dedicated to making a real difference in Watertown. From supporting education and health initiatives to enhancing parks and local arts, our mission is to enrich lives by looking forward and giving back. When you support the Watertown Area Community Foundation, you're building a stronger, brighter future for us all. Together, we're making Watertown better, one investment at a time.
It starts with a little push, a hand to hold, and the courage to step onto the ice for the very first time. But somewhere along the way, you stop needing a hand to hold. You find your edge, you find your grit, and you realize you are never skating alone. The future of hockey is waiting with South Dakota Hockey.
You can see yourself.
I like this guy. Looks like snowman.
Okay, I'm taking one.
My egg died on the plane. Ready?
I totally messed that up.
Thank you for support.
Welcome back on Star 98.1 and NAHL TV inside the Odde Ice Arena as we get set for the third period between Watertown and Aberdeen to bring an end to the 2025-26 regular season. Blake Tyson, the voice of your Watertown Shamrocks, with you here tonight. Watertown needs a goal. Down 3-2. Joe Rice has been excellent tonight, creating chances. The problem has been finishing. He does have a goal, scored Watertown in the game's opening goal tonight, but could probably have at least 3, if not more. Missing the net on a couple of good looks. We'll look to him and see if he can continue his stellar play here tonight. Looking very much like a guy, just the way he's playing tonight. The physicality, the embracing of contact in the corners, not kind of falling victim to any contact in corners, things like that. The way he's played tonight is very much translatable to playoff hockey. And we'll see if he continues that into this third period and hopefully into the next couple of weekends here for Watertown as the Robertson Cup playoffs kick off for the Central Division starting next Friday. Aberdeen from left to right, Watertown from right to left. Strouk will take this face-off here for Watertown at center ice. And we are underway here in period number 3 from the Odde. And it's Joe Rice with the first puck touch for Watertown, trying to thread a pass through for Green. It was broken up, and here come the Wings in transition. Coming into the zone, Pitters dragging and firing. It was deflected, loose below the goal line. Wings rim it out to the line, but it gets past Charmataro, and he'll have to race back deep into his own zone to find the loose puck. Watertown creates a turnover along the half wall. Green tried to center. It was broken up. Watertown has to backtrack. Now back in neutral ice. They'll maintain control of a puck coming in left side into the corner and slammed into the wall. Out to the line for Brody Jocelyn. Jocelyn will dish it back in deep. It's Green centering on the backhand, looking for Strouk. It was intercepted, and the wings settle down. Pitters behind his own net. Watertown starting up a change out in neutral ice. Wings working on theirs as well as Pitters gains the red line. Attacking around Pianola. Flings it on net. Saleko sticks it over to the far side wall. Surgot delivered a hit on Pitters. That's going to get called here. And Watertown is going to pick up a penalty. And Watertown has not gotten any favors tonight in regards to officiating. To the net front, loose puck knocked away, and the whistle is going to come, and they're going to take Surgot off for a rough, and that is just laughably ironic because Peyton Strouk getting punched in the face is not a roughing call back in the second period. So Surgot goes off for hitting a guy too hard, and Watertown to the kill. Northern Peak Chiropractic penalty kill is 1 for 2 on the night. Surgot to the box, Watertown to the kill. 18:46 to go in the third. Wings struck quickly on their first power play chance, but Watertown was significantly more aggressive on their second effort on the kill. Puck comes out to the line. Bearsons quickly knocked it away, and a hand pass is going to draw play to a close here. Just got to see the Noah Surgot penalty one more time, and that is bad. Just bad. 18:40 to go in the third period. Surgot off the box. False start on the faceoff. Masiewskis knocked it over to Bearsons. Bearsons flips it in shorthanded here for Watertown. Out to play it. Rimmed around the wall by Dybel, and the Wings will start out on the power play. Cross-ice feed, they come in. Bartley defending Martin to the perimeter. Knocked him down to the ice as Bearsons' clearing attempt was kept in at the line. Wilcox races to the near side. Lee made a good play to reach around him, keeping the zone, but then a loose puck skitters out to center ice, and Aberdeen will have to regroup. Still a minute and a half to go on the power play. As the Wings come in, Sheets dished it off. Drop pass from Martin back out to the line. Anderson works it to Lee, and Lee down low. Wilcox battling there with Martin. Coming in, Bearsons. His clearing attempt caught Lee up high and then stays in the zone. Wilcox still all over him. Back out to the line. Good play by Bearsons, blocking that pass from Anderson. Back to Sheets on the right side. Masiewskis on him quickly. Anderson one touches between the legs for Martin, and the Wings now set up down to the net front. Here's a backhand centering feed off the skate of Wilcox, and then a glove save by Saleko to keep it out of the back of the net. .51 seconds left here on the power play for Aberdeen. Jocelyn takes the faceoff for Watertown, slapped it forward, and with the help of Joe Rice, Watertown gets it clear. And that is the first faceoff win for Brody Jocelyn. Saw Noah Surgot take a faceoff for Watertown. Similar situation on the kill against the Minnesota Mallards last weekend. Here comes Pitters racing in center to the net front, and Dustin's deflection missed just wide. Three Wings below the goal line as they work it up top to the point. Reed works it back down low. Good play by Rice to tie up Pitters. Now in the feet of Cool. Wings work it below the goal line. Strouk intercepts and clears all the way down for Watertown. Another full-length clearance for the Shamrocks. Wings come back in quickly. Big blast from Dustin and right into the mid of Saleko. He'll hold on. Watertown unjustly on the kill here with 16:52 to go in the third period. 7 seconds left on Surgot's aggressive check. Now Bartley to take a face-off here for Watertown. He'll try and just slap it forward again. Going up against Cooper Seegert, low to the ground. Bartley knocked it forward. It was successful, but a good keep by Grimes. Got it in down low. Surratt about to rejoin play. Spari Laban knocked down by Chartier. Watertown successful on the kill. Surratt got away with a bit of a pick there. Opened up some ice. His icing is waved off. Watertown now 2 for 3 on the kill. Fast topples over with Edwards. They both go down to the ice.
For tonight's Pro Supplies, Chelsea save on the game. Pro Supplies and Industry.
The stoppage 16:30.
Tanks, ATVs, and Chelsea. Your farming goals are what drives Pro Supply and Chelsea to be on top of their game. Save big with Pro Supply and Chelsea.
Offensive zone face-off for Watertown. They win the face-off back. Fast trying to center for Chartier. Spari Laban now strip centering feed. Obrakta tied up. And the Wings dig it loose net front. And backhanded all the way out to the Watertown blue line. Miller gloves and drops there to Smolkstees. And now up the middle for Fask, who had to go off of his rear end and into the offensive zone. Fask in deep, taken into the wall by Grimes. He's got him held up. Support is needed. Now Schaefer comes in with a big bear hug on Obrakta as it comes loose and the Wings come out of the corner. Fask still being pinned to the wall. Finally wrestles free as Seegert carries across the line. Got it across, now centering feed, and Saleko! Did it go in? And no! Saleko got over. Hitters celebrated immediately. We'll see if they take a look at it. Scott Langer's asking them to. Well, now they sound the horn. The call on the ice was no goal. But they will go back and take a peek at it. Did look, just based off of Pitter's reaction, I don't know why he'd celebrate the way that he did. If it didn't actually go in. I don't anticipate this to be that long of a look back at it. 15:52 to go in the third period. I believe we'll have a 4-2 Aberdeen lead. With Owen Pitters likely being the goal scorer with his 24th of the season. Strong start here to the third for Aberdeen. Well, they've taken a long time looking at it. I thought it was a pretty easy call, but technical staff here in the Odde is saying it's a good goal, but they've taken a long time to look at it. I also thought it was a goal, and that's likely the call we're about to have on the ice, but we will see. And it is indeed a good goal. Do believe that is at least a correct call tonight. Just based off the reaction of Owen Pitters, I don't know why you'd be so adamant that that went in. Valerio was not caught up yet in position to have a good look at it, and it was sealed right up to the near side of the net, which is a tough angle from the vantage point here in the broadcast booth in Aberdeen.
Forward into the third period, Emily Stone! After review, there was white behind the line. Wings lead 4-2.
Second night where the Wings have had a goal that's needed to be reviewed to wind up on the board in regards to whether or not it crossed the goal line. And Saleko making a stop with some more traffic charging in, and now some pushing and shoving here after the whistle. Seattle will take this defensive zone face-off for Watertown. They need 2 now here in the third. Martin slams Surratt into the wall. Wings hold it up top. Penalty call about a minute into this period against Surratt. Definitely shifted more momentum back for Aberdeen. Watertown flips this up, and it kind of wrapped her up and out of play, I believe. My Place Hotel's puck out of play will bring the face-off back down into Watertown's own zone. Strouk to take the draw for Watertown. Won it back. Miller knocks it around for Smolkstees. Smolkstees right up the gut for Strouk in stride. He's got Green on his right. He'll go to him, and then Green tied up along the wall, fanned on a pass attempt. And the Wings intercept and come back the other way. Left to right, Aberdeen into the zone. Siegert dumps it in deep. Edwards and Miller battle below the goal line. They tie each other up. Reinforcements for both sides. Smolkstees and Rice battling for Watertown. Lee digs it loose and centered off of a stick and out to center ice. Anderson regroups there for Aberdeen. Anderson with a goal back in the first period for Aberdeen. He's been more of a setup man as Martin blasts a rolling puck wide, hard off the boards. Smolkstees battles with Anderson. Strouk looks to clear, but Sheets keeps. Now a quick shot stick save by Saleko. And in down low with Edwards out in front, screening him. Now Edwards behind the net, steps out, trying to jam it. Knocked down to the ice by Rice. Good play by Rice to bump him off the puck. Watertown clears. Berggren, you say, didn't get a piece of that, and it will go for an icing here against Watertown with 13:52 to go in this period.
With 50 machines to choose from and cheap drinks and beers for gamblers, you're sure to have a great time. That's Legends Casino, located on 6th Avenue.
Rice will take the D-zone draw. Some tired legs for Watertown. Rice able to win it, though. Smolkstees out to center to the red line in deep. And another icing here against the Shamrocks, as Smolkstees was not able to hit that red line before he dumped it in. And Watertown is going to have to go back out and take another draw. It's pretty easy here when it's that quickly to make sure you get the right guys back out onto the ice. Rice will have to win another critical face-off here for Watertown. 13:44 to go in the third. Still lots of time here for the Shamrocks, but they have not registered a shot on goal yet here in the third period. Put on the kill back in the opening minute and a half. And they've just not been able to find any advantage here in this game. Here's Rice collecting a rink-wide feed down deep into the zone. Maintains control around the wall. Rice up top. Feeds it out to the point. Wilcox down to the goal line. Stepping out in front. Obrakta shot saved by Dybel. Strouk was dumped down to the ice net front, trying to battle for positioning. Played in behind. Charmataro taken into the wall by Obrakta. Chartier now trying to dig it loose. He takes a shove to the back as he started to emerge. Now tied back up, and the Wings come out. 13-10 in the third. 4-2 Aberdeen. One goal here in this period scored by Owen Pitters to double their lead. Chartier had his pass broken up. Obrakta eventually gains control, hits the red line, splashes it in deep. Played up the near side for Dustin. He'll settle it down. 3-on-2 for Aberdeen across the line. Back into the high slot. Dustin works a shot just wide. Picked up off the loose puck. Weiss feeds it out to the point. Shot got through, saved by Saleko. The rebound jammed up into him as well. He'll hold on. 12:38 to go here in the third period of play. Spari Laban's got a grab of the face mask of Chartier. I do believe this face-off, they're going to take it on the near side. Wasn't sure if they're maybe going to bring it out to center or not. Neither of the defensemen for the Wings had come down. And we'll drop the puck. Masiewskis against Siegert. Watertown's defensive zone. Siegert wins it back. Weiss, a quick shot missed up over the top of the goal. Davis battling for Watertown. Kept in by Spari Laban. Jocelyn picks it up for the Shamrocks. Backhands one. Berzin slammed into the boards. Grimes holds the zone. Bounced it towards the net front. Weiss, Spari Laban for Aberdeen. Davis with a nice reverse check, but the loose puck found by Weiss. Berzins continues to battle. Weiss maintains control. Steps out, feeds it up top to the line. Grimes working down the wall, fires right into the belly of Saleko. He'll squeeze and hold on. And now Weiss comes in and goes after Berzins after the whistle. Berzins gave a shove to Grimes as he came in a bit close to Saleko. Nothing more than Aberdeen has done all night, but then Weiss came in as the second man into the altercation and tried to tie up Berzins a bit more. And they're going to take both. I don't understand anything that's happened here tonight. 12:02 to go in the third period. The two times that coincidental minors have been called have been ridiculously nothing. I mean, that's a nothing burger. I'm glad they took both as opposed to just one. But I don't think you needed to take anyone. So 4-on-4 to open up some ice for Watertown. Shamrocks have showcased their speed tonight. See if this second 4-on-4 sequence can help them out a little bit. It's Rice and Stroop, two of the fastest players, if not the two fastest skaters on the ice for Watertown here in 4-on-4. Bartley to Stroop. Bartley and Wilcox are the two defensemen. Now here's Rice wheeling through neutral to build up some speed. Rice attacks open ice down the right wing into the zone, then pressured along the wall, trying to center, but he was slammed into the boards, and Aberdeen takes possession for the first time. Here comes Finn Safer, dishing it off for Pitters. Pitters in the high slot, stripped to the puck by Rice, and then knocked down. And the puck out to neutral. Bartley's going to head for a change. Wilcox working that way as well. He'll go off. Shamrocks get two fresh defensemen out. Rice and Strook still out. 45 seconds into their shift and into 4-on-4. Wings come in. Nice play by Strook and Rice to create a turnover for Watertown. Jocelyn and Smolkstees, two defensemen as Watertown changes forwards. And now Jocelyn will start out. To Obrochta on the right side. Obrochta with his head up. Some room here through neutral ice. Comes in left side, trying to slide around to hit, but was bumped off the puck. And the Wings now control. Back in transition. Reed dances around Smolkstees. Fired on goal, saved by the glove of Saleko. And the rebound held on to as well. 10:41 to go in this third period. .40 left at 4-on-4. Green and Chartier, the two forwards now for Watertown. Chartier able to kick the face-off back, beating Lee in the dot. Watertown will control here. Bartley and Wilcox back out as the defenseman as Bartley looks for open ice. Wings do a good job of just stacking up all four of their bodies through neutral. Wilcox ahead to Chartier, juggling the puck down the right side. Sweeped it in low. Dybel out to play it. He'll leave it behind the net. Work to the wing near side, and now Watertown has to back check and get back defensively. Miller defending here as a shot's thrown on goal, saved by Saleko. Bartley on the rebound, hits Green. Green at a standstill will spin back into his own zone and saucers it over for Miller. Miller back to Green with some speed. 3-on-2 for Watertown as we return back to 4-on-4, or 5-on-5, excuse me. Bartley taken into the wall and a headlock along the boards. Shamrocks finally dig it loose. And now the Wings control up the far side, near side wall. 9:45 to go in the third period, into the zone. Played in deep. Bearsons will cut it off for Watertown. Dishes it to Bartley and across to Miller. Miller, spin move to work free of Dustin. Now carries it ahead. Bumped into by Sheets. Masiewski's trying to find it for Watertown. And the Wings take possession. Masiewski's pressuring. Charmataro skates it up the wall, flipped up, and it stays in play off the glove, I think, of Davis to keep it in the sheet of ice. Dustin comes into the zone, slides it down into the corner for Sheets. Sheets behind the net. Off the feed from Doucette, couldn't control. Masiewski's gallops back the other way. Davis comes in left side for Watertown. Grimes defending him. Grimes slams him into the wall as Masiewski's is tied up. Rimmed around the boards all the way down. Will it have enough for an icing? No, it will barely reach the Watertown blue line. Jocelyn trying to go back for Surgot, fanned on it. Dustin stripped it back. Wings come in with Spari Laban. Now Masiewski's took it away. Masiewski's out to center. Just could not maintain control. Surgot to Dimberio. Dimberio, Spari Laban harassing him from behind. Sends it deep into the corner. He's the first one in on the forecheck. Knocked down to the ice. Haberak in as well for Watertown, getting a shift here on this line for the Shamrocks. 8:15 to go in the third, down by 2. Bartley defends the zone entry. Tied up corner in the near side, 37-22. Aberdeen out shooting Watertown. Bearsons to Bartley. Dimberio now with his head up will flip it out towards neutral ice. Gloved and dropped by the Wings defense. It was safer. And now Bartley in his own zone, trying to find control of it. Tracked down by Jocelyn now in the near side corner. Bartley waits for Siegert, then moves it to Jocelyn, who's got some time. Haberak out to neutral. Knocked down by Pitters. Watertown will start on a change. As Haberak chases this puck back into Aberdeen zone, they change as well. Green on it for Watertown. Up the near side, Strouk trying to win a race to it. Green able to hold the zone before he's taken into the wall. Knocked down at center ice. Good hand-eye there for Aberdeen by Gavin Reed. And then played in deep. Saleko out to play it. Smolkstees rimmed up the wall. Strouk got it to the line, but not out. Smolkstees now ties Pitters up. Cool. Chip it behind the net. Rice with Ruby grabbing at him. How is that not a penalty? Oh my goodness, Matthew Valerio. What in the world are you looking at? He just grabbed him from behind and pulled him down. This is embarrassing. 6:40 to go in the third period. That is 4 or 5 horribly missed calls. Just terrible. Dybel out to play the puck. And Jocelyn now has it for Watertown in his own zone. Flung in deep by Surgot. I mean, there was 3 or 4 different penalties committed on that same play, all on Joe Rice. Could have called it numerous times and just elected not to. Wings come back in with Martin. Drop back here for Lee. Looks to center again. Martin to the line. Anderson with some open space. Wilcox flung down to the ice. And finally, a penalty has been called against the Aberdeen Wings. Delayed penalty. And Martin is going to go to the box as Dybel touches it. And Watertown is going to get their first power play of the game since the first period of play, despite probably deserving 5 of them tonight. Unbelievable. And there was a hefty delay on putting the arm up for that call as well, but we'll step aside. We got a timeout here in the booth. Back in 30 seconds. Watertown to the Pelican Power Sports power play when we return. Hey, Cam Markham shooting third for Watertown. No goals for either side. Going up against Damian Slavic. Markham comes in, backs up Slavic. Backhander scores! Shamrocks win! Shamrocks win! Welcome back on Star 98.1. Watertown headed to the Pelican Power Sports Power Play. 5:48 to go here in this period. 4-2 is the score. And Watertown headed to the man advantage for the first time since period number 1. Casey Curley drawing things up here. Watertown still very much within striking distance. So out of the media timeout. Power play here for Watertown. Martin in the box for interference. And a correct call was made. The Pelican Power Sports Power Play 0 for 1 tonight. We'll see if they can come through here on this opportunity. Wings come up with the puck off the draw. They flip it all the way down. Rice will have to race back after it. Dustin takes him into the wall. And Bartley now digs it free for Watertown. 200 feet here for the Shamrocks on the power play. Just their second opportunity of this hockey game. As Green drops it back to Rice. Fanned on the cross ice pass attempt, but regains control. Then stripped of it from behind by Dustin. Free at neutral ice. Doucette has it. And he'll turn it over to Bartley. And Bartley settles down for Watertown. Bartley carries into the zone. Bartley up high. Dished it off for Green. Those two trade places as Watertown gets set up. Green shifting all the way down into the circle. Feeds it up near side. Chartier walks in. Down low for Green to the back door. Masievskis was parked out in front. Rice was there as well, but it was broken up. Watertown controls. Here's Chartier to the net front. Knocked down. Loose out in front of Dybel. Masievskis slammed down to the ice. And Watertown not able to convert. Now Masievskis, the center of attention of Bryce Grimes, with 4:48 to go in the third period. Minute to go still on the power play for Watertown. Get one here. You've got loads of time yet. If you can't convert on this power play, it's going to get a little bit hairy, needing two with 3 minutes and 48 seconds left. Shamrocks win the face-off up top for Bartley. Back to Chartier near side. Chartier has not been able to get loose the last couple of weeks for a one-timer in that circle. Let's see if he can. Here's Chartier, a blast, and he just missed. Rice back up top for Bartley. Back for Rice. Across the top of the zone, through traffic, just missed. Bouncing puck in the circle, scooped up by Green. To the point for Rice. Fed across for Bartley. Bartley shuffles over for Rice. Back to Bartley. He walks down into the middle. Chartier tied up, shoots and scores! Power play goal for Watertown! With 4:13 to go in the third, it's a one-goal game as the Pelican Power Sports power play comes through. Owen Chartier, another one tonight for Watertown. Goals now in back-to-back games this weekend for him. And his 23rd of the season has cut it to a one-goal game. And it just makes you wonder if Watertown was called correctly tonight, how many more power play opportunities they could have, and if the power play would have converted one or two more times. But that is not the reality that we live in. And Watertown still now just down a goal with 4:13 to go in the third period. We'll start to keep an eye on J.J. Saleko, and if Casey Curley is able to get his goaltender off, or if the Shamrocks can maybe take care of business and find an equalizer before that becomes necessary. Flipped all the way down by Watertown, but not enough for an icing. Wings work a D-to-D in their own zone. Across the ice and slung in deep by Easton Edwards. Bearsen's back to pick it up for Watertown. Casey Curley going with 4 forwards here. We've seen that in a lot of one-goal games late. He puts out 4 forwards and then just one defenseman. That one defenseman right now is Andrew Smalkstees. Bearsen's clearing attempt, caught traffic. Struck with a check as Martin whiffs on a hit on Bearsons. Here is Fask on the near side. This is Watertown's second power play unit. Fask is being mauled along the wall as it's punched towards the line, but kept in deep. Martin down in the corner. Protects the puck along the glass, then flips it, barely stays in play, and it pops free out to neutral ice. Now Rice got away with one. That is also a missed call. And Watertown controls the puck now. Although I don't think there's much argument from Aberdeen, or should be much valid argument tonight, in regards to getting that call not going their way. Masievskis rims it all the way around the wall. 2:59 to go in the third. Bartley's shot at the point was blocked. Shamrocks keep it. Here's Rice in the slot, tied up, trying to work it back to Chartier. He has it at the top of the right wing circle. Chartier to the net front. Tipped by Rice, bounces out towards center, and now here comes Weiss for the Wings. Attacking around Green, filling in as the defenseman on this shift. He centers, now out to the net front. Bartley pounces on a loose puck. Had it knocked away. 2.5 to go here in the third period. We'll keep an eye on Saleko here over the next half minute or so. Casey Curley is usually waited until about 90 seconds, but we'll see if he elects any earlier here tonight. Green into the zone for Watertown. Sent it in down low. Hallinan trying to find a seam to get through and forecheck. Jocelyn can't keep the zone for Watertown. Now Fask chases the puck back in deep. Jocelyn just inside the red line. Trying to play it in down low. Wings take it back. It's Struk now controlling. Got it over for Obrakta. Embraces contact, but couldn't get it in deep. Under 2 to play now in the third as it bounces back behind Saleko. Jocelyn there to pick it up. Jocelyn up the left side for Hallinan. Hallinan not able to bring it in across the line again. Now floating back behind the Watertown defense is Sheets. His drop pass back intended for Dustin was broken up by Struk. Watertown needs a whistle probably here. Casey Curley would like to take his timeout. Doucette slammed into the end wall by Struk. Hallinan trying to find it. Doucette has it taken away by Obrakta. He will start forward. Obrakta across the red line. Backhands in deep. But he needs a change, and the Wings will take possession with Anderson. Watertown's got to pressure him. He is going to milk clock. Masievskis chases him out from behind the net. He'll flip this out towards Watertown zone. Bartley slaps it back out towards neutral. He has it again, and Saleko watching the bench. Bartley trying to find some open ice, and Saleko is off. So Watertown attacks now 6-on-5. Bearson's the one off the bench. Fights through a tie-up. Got it ahead. Shamrocks can't get it in deep again. 45 seconds left to play. Bartley with it. Across for Joe Rice. Watertown had an incredible tying goal the last time they played in this building. Kyle Green had a beautiful toe dragger that forced overtime and set up a Joe Rice winner. Shamrock is blasted from behind along the wall. Rice holds at the point. Nearly inside the blue line, now forced back out. He'll send it to Chartier. Back for Bartley. Bartley fires in on net, glove down by Dybel, and he will squeeze it and hold on with Bartley right there. We're probably going to see a timeout here for Casey Curley, and Watertown will indeed take their timeout. Six on 5 for Watertown. Aberdeen tonight, if they hold on to this game, they will not know whether or not they have won the Buffalo Wild Wings Dakota Buffalo Cup. Working on getting an update for you on that score. As Bismarck and Minot are still in action. So Watertown with the net empty will have an offensive zone face-off. Chance here to try and find a tying goal to get this game into overtime. Update on that score. It is 4-3. Minot out in front of Bismarck. If Minot wins that game in any fashion, and Aberdeen holds on tonight, Aberdeen will win the inaugural Buffalo Wild Wings Dakota Buffalo Cup. Out of the timeout, 18.9 seconds is the time on the clock. Peyton Strouk will take the faceoff for Watertown. In the far side circle, net is empty for the Shamrocks. Wings win it back. Dybel left it for Reed. Watertown pursues up the near side boards. Good play by Chartier to keep it at least in the zone, but just 12 seconds left. Wings trying to hold on. Final 10 seconds. Kept in up high. Turned towards the slot. Rice was knocked down. Here's a chance. On goal and just missed wide. Bartley at the point. Fires. It's blocked. And Aberdeen hangs on for a 4-3 win to wrap up their regular season. Watertown probably deserved at least a better shake and a better shot and a better fare tonight. But Aberdeen able to hold on, and they pick up the 4-3 win, and they wrap up their regular season with a win. And if Minot holds on, they will win Buffalo Wild Wings Dakota Buffalo Cup. We will have post-game coverage coming up here right after this as we step aside on Star 98.1 and NAHL TV.
This is a commercial for Pioneer Seed Corn.
In 1926, Pioneer revolutionized farming with the first commercial production of hybrid corn. And we've been innovating ever since.
The one that started it all. The #1 seed to beat. The one for you.
In 2026, we celebrate a century of innovation. Plant the 100th season. Plant Pioneer.
Weekend, new faces show up here to see what we already know. Watertown is something special. Ever wonder who brings all those visitors to town? The tournaments, the crowds, the explorers. That doesn't just happen. They're here because someone told our story. That someone is Visit Watertown. They're the ones putting Watertown on the map. So our hotels stay full, our restaurants stay busy, and our hometown keeps growing. Visit Watertown.
Power 106.3 is proud to support our Watertown Shamrocks. Tune in online at power1063.com or the 605 radio app for classic rock all day, every day on Power 106.3. Go Shamrocks.
This is the voice of the Watertown Shamrocks, Blake Tyson. Don't miss any Shamrocks hockey this season. You can catch every single Shamrocks game with a turn of your dial on Star 98.1 or listen live on the 605 radio app for free wherever you are.
Okay. Bet it all on me. Step to the line, that's 3. Weight of the crown, that's heavy. Locked in and I'm ready. I got the green light. I got the green light. I got the green light. I got the green light.
The clock will hit 0, and Mason Gutteridge with a 37 save, first career shutout. To the point for Surgon. He turns one on net save. Rebound, they score! Nice hit, maintains control for Watertown. Wilcox at the point, fires and scores! It's a furry, fluffy free-for-all. Knocked home by Masiewskis. And Watertown strikes on the power play. Welcome back on Star 98.1 and NAHL TV. Final score tonight here in Aberdeen, 4-3. The Wings taking down the Watertown Shamrocks. They get opportunities tonight on the man advantage. They buried on one of them, so did Watertown as well. But the Wings, the benefit of a couple of different no calls throughout the night, preventing Watertown from getting their special teams out onto the ice. You talk about needing to have discipline, needing to fight through things going into the postseason, but if that is the type of adversity and the discipline and things you have to fight through in the playoffs, that is not a good thing regarding just officiating in general, if that is the case, because that got ridiculously egregious tonight. And I mean, if that's the standard that we're going to see next weekend in Austin for either side, that is unacceptable. And so for Watertown tonight, yes, obviously a tough loss. They did not do things well enough to win the game. You're going to have adversity, but tonight it felt like they were skating 6-on-5 for much of the second and third period here tonight. And unfortunately for them, winds up costing them. And they wind up falling tonight. They'll finish the regular season 31-23, 3-2. The Wings 37-16, 4-2. The season series goes 5-3 in favor of Aberdeen as well. And Watertown will not. Watertown will head now next weekend into the postseason with their dates set for. With the Austin Bruins, trying to work on getting some of those up for you here. Quickly recap the scoring here tonight in the Sweat Lab post-game report. Joe Rice scored for Watertown. That was followed by a Brody Dustin and Cooper Anderson goal for the Wings to make it 2-1 after the first period of play. Watertown then in the second period tied the game on a nice shot and nice goal by Brody Jocelyn to make it a 2-2 score, but from that point on, then the Wings would get one back. Sam Sheets would score late in the second period, his 23rd of the season. Then Owen Pitters early in the third with his 24th to make it a two-goal game. Watertown would eventually get a power play opportunity. Matthew Martin called for interference with 5:48 left in the third. Chartier scores a power play goal for Watertown. The power play was 1 for 2 tonight for the Shamrocks, and did find the back of the net. The penalty kill 2 for 3 in the effort. 37-25 were the final from the shots on goal as well. Trying to work to get this graphic up for you, but I don't think I have it anywhere right now, and so we'll just kind of verbally run you through what we have coming up here in the postseason for Watertown. The team will travel on Thursday to Austin. They'll take on the Bruins on Friday and Saturday, 7:05 p.m. for puck drops for those two games. We will have those on Star 98.1 and NAHL TV. Some technical difficulties tonight on Star 98.1, so appreciate those of you that did head to the audio feed over on our YouTube channel, but and to take the game in that way. So do appreciate that. From those that did do that, but we should be back to normal programming on Star 98.1 starting next weekend in Austin with pregame coverage beginning for those two games at 6:50, and then returning home for Game 3 on the 24th, and then a potential Game 4 on the 25th. Those two set for 7 p.m. pregame at 6:45, and then a Game 5 if necessary to be back in Austin on Monday the 27th, also at 7:05 p.m. as well. So we'll have more information and things like that if and when Watertown's Game 4 at home is guaranteed. Those ticket sales will go on sale shortly thereafter. The only scenario in which those do go on sale prior to that game, as we get closer to that game, is if Watertown and Austin split the two games in Austin next weekend. I'd imagine those tickets for Game 4 will be made available on Sunday or Monday of that following week. But if either team is up 2-0 coming out of the two games in Austin, those games, that Game 4 will still not be guaranteed, and so those tickets would not go on sale until following the result